Greetings everyone, JediPadawanDaniel here, and today I'm going to be reacting to Cat and Fox review Road to Friendship by Grey Silvermane. Those of you who don't know who Grey Silvermane is, he does quite a few reviews and other projects. He makes really cool vectors. He worked on the vectors for my friend Sharpwit. I highly recommend checking out Grey Silvermane's YouTube channel and also his DeviantArt. Both links will be in the description. I'll also leave a link to his Twitter for you guys to go follow him. I highly suggest checking him out. And yeah, during my review of not my review, my reaction to his and Sharpwit's review of Royal Problem, I got a surprising comment from Grey to check out to do like a reaction to some of his videos, and I was completely taken by surprise by that. But yeah, and I've been meaning to do that for a while, but I haven't gotten around to it because I've been having trouble with XSplit on the Windows 10 computer. But hopefully now it's fixed, and yeah. With that being said, I'm really looking forward to seeing what TrickyFox and Grey Silvermane's review on this is. So yeah, I'll also leave a link to TrickyFox's YouTube channel as well for you guys to go check him out, because TrickyFox does some pretty cool reviews as well. Anyway, that being said, let's begin. Oh, I got blocked by... It was on Tricky's channel? Aw, dang. Sorry I got blocked, man. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get blocked. Blocked. I can't English very well.
Hey Tricky, wanna visit Abyssinia with me? I'm still looking for a way to get back into being a unicorn, and I might be able to get a clue what happened from there.
Don't lie to me, you like being a cat, and you just want to see Panthera, the capital of the cat kingdom.
So are you coming or not?
Sounds like fun.
The following Thursday?
I think we are lost.
What do you mean, lost? You had a map.
Well, as it turned out, my map was based on the prequel comic and it doesn't fit the canon.
I knew we should have asked Katrina for directions.
Oh no, I am not going there.
At least we wouldn't be lost in the desert.
I cannot say which one is worse, and I don't want to find out.
Which Pokemon game is this from? Not from the Johto region, but I don't remember which of the locations in the Johto games Tricky got his intro
So I guess
from.
we might as well review an episode where we try to get back to civilization.
How about On the Road to Friendship? You know, the one in which Trixie and Starlight go on the road trip, things go wrong, they fight, and then they make up, strengthening their friendship and so on.
That's a random suggestion.
You think?
Well, sure, let's talk about Road to Friendship then. I always like talking about Trixie and Starlight. I mean, you can say about Starlight whatever you want, but letting her have a friend Trixie was easily one of the best decisions the writing staff has ever made. Those two play each other off perfectly, which can be seen in the opening scene of this episode. In it, they perform magic together to the delight of everyone. Even Twilight is impressed and forgets that she hates Trixie's guts for 5 minutes.
Yes, not to mention one of the problems with having a show run for so long is that the main six have only so much to learn and so many flaws to conquer. This is why giving more spotlight to characters like Starlight and Trixie is a great move. They are well established to be worthy of episodes devoted to them, something people wanted from Trixie since season 1, and more importantly, they have a boatload of issues they can still get over.
Well, and so far every episode with them together has been a delight, unless you are one of the people that really couldn't stand Trixie in all bottled up. But if you are one of these people, good news! The plot of this episode is not about Trixie being as obnoxious as possible. No, after the show, Cadence and Twilight tell Trixie and Starlight what a great couple they are and compare their friendship with them. Even performing the Sunshine Sunshine chant that never gets old. Oh yeah, Cadence is also using Flurry Heart as an adorable hat. Fun fact! Flurry Heart was born in Season 6 and since her birth we had 2 Hearthwarming Eve episodes, one in Season 6 and one in Season 8, assuming that a Hearthwarming tale took place after Flurry Heart was born, but before the changelings were reformed, at least 3 years have passed as we learn in the Hearthwarming Club that Ocellus celebrated Hearthwarming Eve at least once after Toei and back again, meaning that at least one Hearthwarming Eve happened off-screen. In other words, Flurry Heart is at least 3, more likely around 4 years old by now. So why didn't she age a single day?
Remember what I told you long ago? Discord ate the calendar.
Just saying that they could give her some speaking lines by now.
In any case, after the show, Trixie is approached by, of all creatures, a Saddle Arabian. But not just any Saddle Arabian, a Saddle Arabian unicorn, who, because of the goggles, gives me the impression that he's Aeon of Dreams confused with his Digidestin.
Yeah.
He proposes that Trixie goes on a
Does
tour
look
of
a little
Saddle
bit like
Arabia
Saddle
to
Arabian
spread
version of
her
Aeon.
greatness and powerfulness there. And with that,
Aeon's
the plot
still
is
cool,
set.
though.
If we were to assume that he is Aeon and that he is just trolling Trixie and Starlight throughout the entire episode, things would make way too much sense. They're assuming that he is just a normal Saudi Arabian, it is still noteworthy that he is also a unicorn. So far we barely know anything about Saudi Arabians, besides the fact that they are taller than the ponies of Equestria. But most people, myself included, sort of assume that Saudi Arabians are meant to represent normal horses. So at least I assumed that this would mean that they are pretty much Earth ponies, only taller. But now that we know that Saudi Arabians can also be unicorns, it opens up a ton of questions. Are there Pegasi as well? Do they have cutie marks? Are other taller than average unicorns we have seen in the show like Sassy Saddles from Saudi Arabia as well?
I think the heat is getting to you. We better find some shade before you get a stroke. Meanwhile, we see Trixie has decided to take Starlight with her on a long journey as her assistant and travel buddy. However, if you have 2 brain cells, you can pretty much deduce what's going to happen. Neither of them are prepared for traveling with another person and what such travel entails. Sure, they both have high enthusiasm and spirits, however, Trixie is used to traveling alone, thus she doesn't calculate for fates and habits of another person, while Starlight has her own problems. For starters, how one manages expenses, handles new places, and that she still sometimes have problems recognizing if she did something wrong. One major prop I can give to this episode, while this situation has been played out so many times, I mean we are one blind camel away from this being Ishtar, this is one of the very few cases where those involved actually talk and vocalize their frustrations before the unavoidable explosion. Here, it's just the case that these 2 personalities are too strong-headed to deal with it properly, at least at this point.
It is a rather relatable problem. Spending time with your friends is usually fun, but when you are traveling with them 24/7, it can put your friendship on test. Sometimes you learn things about your friends you don't like about them in a situation like this. Combine that with the inherent stress of traveling, and you might start to annoy each other rather quickly. It also doesn't help that nothing goes their way. Their wagon is too small for both of them, they don't have enough money, and they can't find a hotel room among other things. It is no wonder that both Starlight and Trixie grow more and more frustrated. Anyone
There's
would.
no
But
reason.
I make it sound worse than it is. It might sound weird, but only because you're good friends doesn't mean that you always have to get along with each other. Sometimes you are just fed up with someone, even if they are your best friend. But what makes a great friendship is that you can voice your displeasure. Maybe you don't want to see each other for a couple of days, but afterwards everything goes back to normal. If your friendship can't handle a small fight like that, you might have to rethink your relation. That being said, Starlight trading away Trixie's wagon was completely wrong on multiple levels. I
Yeah.
mean, would you trade away your friend's car without their permission?
I didn't like what they did with Starlight in
especially
this
since I
episode.
know next to nothing about cars unless they turn into giant robots.
Good to know.
But still, this is one of the flaws I
Where'd the
mentioned
giant
before.
robot thing come from?
Starlight still tends to think with an authoritarian mindset, meaning that she fails to realize that her judgment may not be the right thing to do, like when she made Big Mac talk a lot, or the whole Cutie Mark thing with Luna and Celestia. But it also seems apparent that this is more likely to happen when she's under much stress. Conversely, on Trixie's end, she still has her mouth. I often said that Ghostbuster, in my opinion at least, was less about her boasting and more about her devolving into G-rated trash talking. And she still tends to insult people when she's frustrated about them in a kind of roundabout way. But given the circumstances, both realized that they messed up. Especially Starlight, since Trixie was more focused on getting her wagon back.
Well, this is an interesting tidbit. Going back to the previous team-up episode, usually Trixie is at fault for everything at the end. Like, she admitted to using Starlight for revenge against Twilight in No Second Princess, and being a generally obnoxious person and all boarded up. But here, while they both annoyed each other for various reasons, Trixie didn't really do anything wrong. This time it was Starlight who crossed the line by trading away her wagon. Sure, there is a point to be made that Trixie refusing to trade away her wagon for a much better one is silly, but it is also rather reasonable that she grew attached to it. As far as we know, that wagon is her only home, as she is a traveling magician, unless she actually lives with her dad in Las Pegasus, when she isn't on tour. But the writers imply that they aren't even aware of each other. And while Starlight complains that Trixie carries too much stuff around, we have to keep in mind that she needs all that stuff for her stage show. It is not just some random junk, it's her equipment. So yeah, Trixie had every right to be upset. And she does have a point that Hufar...
Hufar?
Yeah, it's the name of the Saudi Arabian.
Did they even mention his name in the episode?
I don't think so, but the name shows up in the credits, so it must be him. In any case, Trixie had a point when she claims that Hufar illegitimately acquired her wagon. He knew that it belonged to Trixie, so trading with Starlight while she wasn't around was wrong. Also, I'm not sure, but is Trixie blocking the wagon by lying down in front of it supposed to be a reference to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Either that or the writers decided to reference the rights of solidarity. But still, Trixie making a silent protest rather than talking is a sign this is serious. Also, has Hufar been drinking from one cup of tea all day? Now we know why he traded for a smaller wagon. He has access to Time Lord technology or Doctor Strange's magic.
Either that or he simply refills the cup off screen. But anyway, Hufar seems to be a rather nice person. He genuinely likes Trixie's show and only wants to help them with their trade. And in the end, he probably only intended to teach Starlight and Trixie a lesson and help them to forgive each other. Unless he was trying to troll them the entire time.
If anything, he made them do one of the most awkward improv fusion ends ever. And with that, Trixie decided that she's not ready to venture all the way to Saudi Arabia, meaning we don't get to see it yet again, and her and Starlight's friendship becomes even stronger.
What a tease, I was actually looking forward to see that country. And while I do like the overall lesson of this episode, I do think the ending could have been handled a little bit better. Trixie and Starlight are saying that they learned not to try this again, and that's rather stupid. They were ill-prepared as they went there on a whim and had some bad luck. If they hadn't visited Somnambula at the time of a festival, things wouldn't have been so bad and they could have relaxed for a bit. And I don't think that it is a good lesson to let one bad experience ruin an activity for you. By the way, it was nice to see the Egyptian ponies again. In any case, let's wrap things up.
Overall, this was a highlight of the season. While the show had some troubles finding its grounds in the changes of status quo, this episode makes the left turn and focuses on two characters that still have a lot of potential and goes full force with them. We got realistic and relatable problems and conflict, genuine emotions, a great song, and we even got to see some more of the Somnambula village as a result of it. If the series takes more cues from this episode, we may still get some great outings in this and the upcoming season.
I agree there, season 8 up to this point wasn't exactly bad, but there was still that actually impressed me. This episode, however, has everything I love about MLP. A great character dynamic, a relatable problem, and a good lesson and hilarious comedy spiced up with a rather catchy song. I really hope the rest of the season can keep this quality.
I think we have been walking in circles this entire time.
Great, now we're gonna starve to death. Wait, can it be? Do my eyes deceive me?
What is it?
We are saved!
What? That's just a stupid boulder.
It's not just a stupid boulder, it's a rock! A rock! A rock! It's a big, beautiful old rock! The pioneers used to ride these babies for miles, and it's in great shape.
Are you seriously doing a SpongeBob reference?
Hold on there, Jethro.
Hold on there, Jethro.
Okay, that was good. That was good. That was good. Yeah, I give that a thumbs up. Yeah, that was really good. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. Alright. That was really good. I'm actually kind of surprised I didn't mention the old pony that was still in that box thing of Trixie's. You know, that I'm surprised I didn't say anything. They didn't say anything about that, because that was still funny that they forgot about him. Thank goodness he managed to survive somehow without there being any air holes in there. But yeah, anyway, I really enjoyed this. This was really good, and I think this was a good review. I still like the Road to Friendship because of what they did with Starlight in the episode, but it did make me make me not dislike Trixie a bit more. So, oh yeah, Trixie became a little bit more alright to me in that one. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Until then, this is JediPadawanDaniel signing off, and forth with you all, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.